Liverpool fans told main reason Man City could easily win Premier League. Manchester City win the league by double digits if they beat Liverpool at the Etihad, but it all depends on one player. If midfielder Kevin De Bruyne plays well until the end of the season, I think City win it comfortably because the Belgium international just knits everything together. He makes everybody in the City side play, in my opinion. I think Pep Guardiola has a big role to play too with the team he picks. City were dominating Crystal Palace the other night, but he never makes a substitution. Not one sub. And they have a gifted squad there. Surely you bring on fresh legs to take on tired defenders who have spent all game up against it, and you finish them off. But he didn't, and they drew the game and opened the door for Liverpool to make a real race of it again. Sometimes I just think Pep makes it too complicated for himself. It was the same in the Champions League final and the team he picked then. It's great when it works, but when it doesn't you have to ask questions. When the pressure comes on you make strange decisions, and that was a bad sign for City. But I still think they have the advantage. They can reel off 8 wins in a row so easily, and having Liverpool at home is a big advantage. Liverpool have the ammunition to win there, and if you had to pick one team for that situation, having to go there and win, it would be them. But it would be a massive blow for Liverpool to lose there. They would probably have to put all their eggs into the Champions League. Liverpool were fortunate at Arsenal. If they play like that, when they go to the Etihad the game will be over at halftime. They have been a bit sloppy lately, and I don't think you can afford to be sloppy against City, who aren't playing as badly as people think they are. It's a shame that game hasn't been put back to later in the season, because it will be the title decider. I just still see City winning the championship. They are battering teams. It's not like they are playing and not looking like scoring in a month of Sundays. They are absolutely dominating teams, camped out in their half creating chances and pinning them back. We've seen it too many times. They just have to make sure they don't lose to Liverpool, and then I don't see who beats them. If they weren't making any chances, you would worry. And sometimes I think they have to pick the tempo at times. They play at the same pace too often. There's not really an urgency. It's like they expect to score, like they're waiting for it to happen, and those minutes fade away very quickly. When they miss a chance, it's like they are thinking, don't worry, we'll get another one in a minute. I don't see that ruthlessness, that ability to go for the jugular and raise the tempo. Is De Bruyne the key to Man City beating Liverpool to the Premier League title? Let us know in the comments section. The only game that will worry them is the Liverpool game. But in all the other games the only question is whether they can score a goal. There will be massive questions asked if they don't win the league. I know Liverpool had games in hand, but City were 14 points clear. They chose not to buy Harry Kane, and if they win the league it will have been the right decision. But if they don't it will have been a massive mistake and the biggest meltdown in football after giving up the lead they had. If you had said before the season started that City had even an 8-point lead, I would have said it's pointless even starting the league. Declan Rice should strike while the iron's hot and leave West Ham this summer. He's taken his game to another level this season and is playing N'Golo Kanté now, affecting things at both ends of the pitch. I'd be surprised if Declan Rice is playing for West Ham next season. They have completely punched above their weight for months. Where could he go? Depends what happens at Chelsea and who buys the club. Manchester United would be a good move, but will they get in the Champions League? That's where Rice wants to play. They play Tottenham this weekend and playing Spurs should always be a big game for West Ham, but the Europa League game against Sevilla was a bigger one. West Ham have gone past Spurs, and to be honest I don't know how Tottenham have allowed that to happen. You just hope West Ham don't miss out on the Champions League by a point or two, because they will be kicking themselves. They will be wondering why they didn't go out and get another striker in January.